Hi, welcome to Pink Board. Today we are going to see the summary of the rat trap, which is written by Selma Lagerolf. So in the earlier video we have seen up to the peddler being invited by the ironmaster. So the ironmaster, considering peddler as Nils Olaf, his old friend, he is inviting to the house. But peddler is not having the wish to go to the ironmaster's house, which is said to be in the lesson as manor house. So here he thinks that if I go to manor house, it is like throwing myself into the lion's den, okay, because obviously he will be caught hold because of the money what he is having stolen from the crofter. So he is not ready to move on. So what the ironmaster thought is, because of his dress, the miserable clothing, because he is in a rags which seems to be dirty, and because of that peddler is not ready to come. Okay, he said that it is okay, you can come, but still peddler rejects the proposal. So again he is furthermore explaining, telling that Elizabeth is dead. Okay, Elizabeth is ironmaster's wife. Okay, she is dead, she is no more, and my sons are abroad. Okay, only my eldest daughter is with me. So we don't have anybody this year to celebrate the Christmas. So as I found you now, please come and join with us. Okay, we will be so pleased to have you there in my house for the Christmas Eve. And that's how the ironmaster invited her. However he spoke, okay, peddler is not ready to go to the manor house, that is accepting the invitation given by the ironmaster. So here the ironmaster couldn't able to convince him, so he left the place, telling the blacksmith that I think Nils Olaf want to stay with you tonight. So he left the place. After half an hour, it is not even half an hour, a chariot came. Okay, so who was there in the chariot is the eldest daughter of the ironmaster, who is Edla. So she came along with her valet. Valet is the person whom we call as a helper, as a like a assistant. So here the valet and Edla entered the forge, and when she entered, she found the peddler sleeping over there, and how he sleeps is covering his face with the hat what he has. So when Edla took off the hat, she found that peddler is sleeping with one eye open. So imagine, will it be possible for us to having one eye open? Obviously not. So by looking at the peddler, Edla thought that this person might be a person who have escaped from jail, or who have stolen something from somebody's house, and that's why he is having such a face, and moreover he is sleeping with one eye open. So here she tried to convince him, and at last Edla promised peddler that I will leave you free, however you entered my house. So hearing to that promise, listening to that promise, peddler decided to go along with Edla. So the valet who is with Edla brought a fur coat which will help us to keep away the cold. So here that is offered by the valet, and here the peddler wore the fur coat and went along with Edla and the valet. And here the master smith who was doing his work was astonished to see that Edla, the daughter of ironmaster, came in person to invite the peddler, and the peddler also agreed to go along with them. And now when he is on the carriage to the manor house, what he thought is, why I have stolen this crofter's money, that is 30 krona, and because of this, okay, I am hesitating, okay, something like as if I am entering the rat trap, I could able to feel. So why I have done this, he was thinking of. Okay, so he went to the house. On the next morning, okay, peddler was allowed to that is trim his hair, shave the beard, and then he was asked to give a good dress, and that is done by the valet. And Edla is preparing the breakfast for this man, and by the time ironmaster came and sat in the dining table, starting to talk about the peddler whom he met on the previous day. So he was telling that this man seems to be a good man, but he is suffering like this. First thing what we have to do is we have to give him enough food so that he can gather some flesh on his body. And moreover, I don't like the person roaming around like this doing this rat trap business, and I want to set him a good business so that he can earn some good amount for his living. So when he was talking about the peddler like that, Edla said, I don't find him to be an educated person yesterday. So here the ironmaster is arguing with Edla that why you are telling like this. Okay, don't judge people. It might be because of his appearance you have decided like this. Okay, now when he enters, okay, after taking a bath, after dressing up well, you can identify him to be an educated person, the father said. And here the peddler came after grooming himself fine enough with a dress of ironmaster. And when he entered, ironmaster identified that it is not his friend Nils Olaf, and he was inquiring how you are courageous to enter my manor house and why you came in. He was asking for, and peddler was arguing that I don't have the intention to come to your house. You convinced me in such a way that I came here with a mistake. So here, ironmaster said that I am going to call sheriff. Okay, sheriff is nothing but like a judge, okay, who will decide over the matter. And here the peddler is so worried and also frightened enough that he is going to be taken to jail, and he is shouting at the ironmaster and telling his theory of the world's rat trap, telling that it's my turn to get inside the trap now and you will also face yours. So when he happened to hear this, the ironmaster started to laugh and he asked the person to get out immediately, but Edla stopped peddler. So I made everything, I prepared everything for this homeless man. How come I can allow him without having his breakfast? However, the father said Edla is not ready to agree. She decided to have the man there, and here she dragged the man holding his hand to the dining table, made him to sit and asked him to have the food. And here, after having the food, he went inside the guest room and he started to sleep. So after sleeping for a while, by the afternoon he was waked up again to have his lunch, and after having his lunch he went back to the bed and he slept well. By evening around 6 o'clock he was waked up again to come and see the Christmas cheering, that is the Christmas tree with enough light. So he came there and stood there for some time and again went back to bed. He slept completely, and around 8 o'clock he got up and he was waked up to come and have the Christmas food. So he was invited there. He went to each and every one who was present over there and he said his thank you. When his turn came to meet Edla, before the peddler could open his mouth, Edla said that the dress what you are wearing is my Christmas present. That's what my father said, and you are allowed here to come for the next year Christmas too. And however you are going to leave the place same, I promise you that next year also you can freely come in and you can move freely and you can feel safe and comfortable. Throughout the day, peddler doing anything rather than sleeping. He was completely sleeping. On the next day, Edla and the ironmaster went to church, where they learnt that this RATTRAP seller has stolen money of 30 krona from the old crofter. So when they were returning on the wagon from the church to the house, the father is scolding the daughter for allowing this person to stay inside the house. And here Edla was feeling regretted to hear the words from the ironmaster, because he felt like being insulted having such a person inside the house. And ironmaster is telling that, I don't know how many silver spoons were left in the house by this time, and when they were entering the house, the carriage, that is a wagon, haven't it stopped. He was asking the valet, is that poor fellow has gone out? And here valet answered ironmaster that yes, he went away. They were rushing inside the house to see what is taken away by the peddler. By the time the valet gave a package to Edla, telling that that's the poor man gift to Edla. The pack is not done well enough. You could able to see what is there inside the package. So whatever there is, the 30 krona, what he has stolen from the crofter, and then he kept a small rat trap and then a letter. Okay, so this small rat trap represents that in the letter he is writing explanation for why he has kept that 30 krona and then why the small rat trap is. So he is telling that please give back this amount to the old man who was there as crofter. I took it from him. It is bait for so many people like me who were roaming around. So please return it back. And here this small rat trap symbolically represents that you saved a rat. That rat refers to the peddler. You saved me from falling inside the world's rat trap, and that's why I am gifting you with a small rat trap. And now towards the end, he is writing few words to Edla, telling that you raised my position, you treated me, okay, like a respectable captain, and I want to behave like Captain von Stohel, and that's why I don't want to be a thief anymore. I don't want my friend Edla to be embarrassed to have such a peddler in her house. And with a note, the lesson ends. And here, because of the love and the kindness what is shown by Edla to the peddler, made peddler to change a lot. So this is how the lesson ends. I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you.